Good morning. What's up, everybody? We're back. We're back. And you know what? You would think I'd be pretty tired today because we watched some late night basketball, but I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm excited you all are here. Let's see who's here. Who's in the chat. We got Daniels up in here, Gurjot, Aaron. What's up, man? Michael P, Jay Worley, Beamer just in audio today. Oh man, we've got a big Mack truck honking, letting us know. I gotta say, like, as we get into this, my neighbors started drilling this morning at 6:30. I'm not talking about sex drilling either. There was it's been aggressive, so that might be part of the reason why the coffee's already hit the brain. Anyways, we got Paulie, Doovy, what's up, Yachty, Design Mind, guys. The whole gang's here. Brentley, Derek in here, guys. We're excited. Dan Allen, Tom, Jared, Big Mike. What are we doing? Guys, what a great game. What a great game last night. And I say a great game because there was one really good game. Oh, dude, shout out producer Coop, too. 2 days in a row. Shout out Coop. Two great games in a row. I'm sorry, Jesus. One great game, two bad games in a row. Two really bad games. What's up, Adam, Glenn, Effett, Artemis? The gang's all here. Even Sawyer's here. All right, this is what we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about deep threat. Here we go. This is what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about some of the games last night. We had three, right? We had the Celtics. We can finally say goodbye to the Boston Celtics. We've got the Dame Jokic. Oh my God. It's like there was no beeping until the second I hit live, and now we're beeping. We're going to talk about the Dame game that somehow got relegated to NBA TV. I'm sorry. Once the AD injury came out, can't we just swap those? Can't we swap those? Because we know the Lakers fans, y'all stopped watching halfway through the second quarter. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to check in on the Cool Cats. We'll finally put that to rest and hopefully never talk about it ever again. Talk about the marketplace, all the stuff. Great question by Derek. Has anyone checked in on Dustin since last night? Haven't heard from him in a while. Haven't heard from Dustin in a while. I'm sure we'll get a text in a little bit. Although the Lakers fans are resilient, man. They just believe deep down in their soul that they're going to win. So I'm sure they're not too worried. Also, shout out Martin in the chat. All right, let's get this one out of the way. We're going to get the two trash games out of the way. Celtics 109, Nets 123. Jason Tatum doing his best Zach LaVine impression by putting up big numbers in a meaningless game. He had 32 and 9. Jabari Parker, for those of you guys that are in the Patreon, we talked a little bit about Jabari yesterday. And I was like, hey, he's a really good value play. And then I didn't sniff him. I didn't even touch him. And 13 and 3, whatever. But this is how bad that game was, that Jabari Parker was a notable person to talk about. That's how bad this game was, 13 and 3 from Jabari. Dude, the Nets are going to be a problem. I'm very excited for this Bucks-Nets series. I was actually talking with the 89 Cavs guys, and we're going to try to go to game one in Brooklyn. But KD, 24 and 4, Kyrie, 25. And then, hold on. And then Durant, I wrote down 34 and 10, but that's not right because those are two guys, right? I said KD twice. So let me just double check on that because I want to make sure I get Harden's line because Harden was looking like he could do whatever he wanted last night, just absolutely toasting them every which way. So let me double check Harden's line to be fair. All right, so Harden was 34, 10, and 10. I wrote Durant's name down. 34, 10, and 10. Durant was 24 and 4, and then Kyrie was 25 and 3. But man, just like, dude, KD is just a bucket, right? Like he's just a bucket. We get a cough coming. Yeah, he's just an absolute bucket. He looks good. He looks healthy. There's going to be a problem. Yachty says the prediction for the Nets-Bucks series. I don't know. So originally I had Sixers Bucks. No, I'm sorry, Sixers Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals with the Sixers coming out. But that's looking like a mistake right now because it looks like they announced last night Embiid's probably going to miss Game 5. Ben Simmons has hit one more free throw than I have. So that's looking like a problem. I honestly think this series might be for the Eastern Conference Finals. It depends what Embiid's health is, but if he's on 100%, no chance. There's no chance. No chance. Anyways, let's keep going. Yeah, Bucks and 7. We love it. I don't know. Is there anything we need to talk about with the Celtics? Right? It's just over. It's over. Marcus Smart after the game was like, honestly, if we were healthy, I think we can contend with anyone. I think Marcus Smart needs to reevaluate his role to the team. Like, is Marcus Smart going to be on the Celtics next year? I think that's like the main takeaway. If I had to bet on it, I would say no, right? If I would say no, I would say Marcus Smart is not on the Celtics, but who knows? Who knows? Yeah, Derek says, how would you fix? Dan says, Brad Stevens' future. They can't fire Brad Stevens. I know there's like Boston media is like, we got to get rid of Brad. We got to get rid of Brad, kid. That dude can't win. He doesn't know how to figure it out, okay? Danny Ainge is a god. He's my Lord and Savior. He gave him everything he fucking needed, and that's what Brad does. But seriously, you can't. Who are you bringing in that's a better coach than Brad? You know what I mean? Like, who's the guy that comes in? Like, Brad's a top 5, top 6 coach. Like, I don't understand how, like, who you're bringing in that's going to fix this. So, if anything, I forget who gave the suggestion, but maybe Danny Ainge gets a promotion where he's like head of basketball operations, but then they get a new GM or something like that. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I just don't think you can. I don't think you can fire Brad. I think Brad needs to be there. I think they need to move off Marcus Smart, right? Tibbs to Boston. They need to move off Marcus Smart. I think that's what's going to end up happening. Marcus Smart and new leadership in the front office would be my guess. But I'm excited not to talk about them anymore. I think the one takeaway is like Tatum. Tatum is a monster, man. Tatum is an absolute monster offensively. And I don't know if he gets some help. That Kemba contract is a problem, though. Kemba's contract is absolutely a problem. Martin says blame the coach is the King's way. Don't start blaming the coach or bad things will happen. All right, let's go over Suns Lakers. And then I'll pull up the marketplace too while after we go over these. Shout out Ryan B in the chat. Suns 115, Lakers 85. This game was over right away. Like, Booker was doing whatever he wanted offensively in the first quarter and a half, and it was just done. It was done. Clearly, I can't tell actually. I can't tell if they just decided before the game, like, hey, tonight's not our night, so let's chill. We'll try to get him in game 6, and then anything can happen in a game 7. I don't know. But LeBron still managed to put up 24, 7, and 5. Design mind. LeBron changed the channel on his own game last night. That is what it felt like, right? That is what it felt like. Oh, I don't think we did this. Did we hold on. Sponsor me, you cowards. I don't know if we did that. Yeah, Booker 37 and 5. Outside of that, though, not much else to talk about. Because the starters didn't even play meaningful minutes. I will say Chris Paul looks a little bit better. He looks like he's getting a lot healthier, so that's a good sign for the Suns. I wrote a little something you can see in our show notes. I put together a little Substack. Like, was last night, and I mean, I was being hyperbolic, but like, was last night Chris Paul's biggest game of his career, right? Like, he needed that game because now, I mean, the Suns just have to win 1 of 2, right? And they have home court advantage. They have a dinged up Anthony Davis. I mean, the path is there. Also, hey, we talked about this at the trade deadline, or at the not the trade deadline. What's the Andre Drummond buyout? Whatever the buyout deadline is. Andre Drummond is so bad, guys. And everybody was talking about, like, oh, Andre Drummond to the Lakers. What are you going to do now? Dude's a monster. He's so bad. He's so bad defensively. When Dennis Schroeder is out there being like, hey, dude, you missed your defensive assignment, that's a problem. Because Dennis Schroeder isn't a lockdown defender, and he's still able to be like, dude, that's pretty bad. Like, Mikal Bridges just comes out of here, bangs on him. Like, oh, my God, so bad. So bad. Yeah, as Jack says, CP3 left wary because of the shoulder, took a bump from Wes Matthews. But the game was early, sorry. Yeah, the game was in hand. They didn't even need him. So you might as well just, like, chill. Georgia says, from a marketplace aspect, what would be a result of a first-round exit of LeBron as prices are going down? And if yes, which ones are going up? I don't know. LeBron's one of those dudes where I just think his his floor is cemented. So, like, if he's coming down, I don't think it's because of a first round exit. Like, I don't think the Lakers, in the situation they're in, losing in the first round, I don't think that actually impacts anything. I think any sort of, like, decrease in price probably has more to do just with, like, the entirety of the market and less to do with the Lakers getting it bounced in the first round. Right? Because, like, no one that has a LeBron moment is like, oh man, the ceiling on LeBron's like cratering after that first round exit. I at least that's my thought process. That's my thought process anyways. Yeah, Yachty says I bought into the hype and stepped into the Drummond shit pie. Dude, he's so bad, man. He's so bad. Like, he really is so bad. And he can't even do the thing. Like, JaVale McGee, a more serviceable big man for the Lakers than Andre Drummond. Let that sink in. And Andre Drummond's made a lot more money than JaVale McGee. But like JaVale McGee could play. Like he knows how to rotate defensively. Like Drummond is just lost out there. Oh, all right. Anyways, I don't think we need to talk about that anymore. It sets up for a very interesting game 6. I think if I'm the Suns, like I know they have home court advantage and I know they have game 7, but there's no way AD's 100% in game 6. I want it over then. I don't want AD to have any more time to, if he plays in game 6, I don't want him to have any more time to get healthy. Like you need to end this now. Mortal Kombat, finish him. That's what you need. You need to step on the throat. And then, I mean, and this is a good transition, almost like I did it on purpose. The winner of this series, I feel like has a nice little pathway to the Western Conference Finals, right? So let's go. Nuggets 147, Portland 140. Again, can't believe this game was on NBA TV, right? Cannot believe this game was on NBA TV. Dame, 55 points, 10 assists, 6 boards. He went 12 for 17 from 3. Like shooting well over 50% while chucking 17 threes. Like that's amazing. That's amazing. No one else got 20. No one else got 20 points for the Blazers. With 2 overtimes, no one else got to 20. Guys. And then Nurk, man. Like I love Yusuf Nurkic. I think he brings a lot to the table defensively. He also like can do stuff offensively. I think he's an important piece to the Blazers. You can't foul out there, dude. I don't know if you guys are watching this, and I know the broadcast ended up bringing it up. You can't foul out there. You can't, like, I know you're frustrated. You just got called for a ticky-tack offensive foul. That's your 5th foul. The next possession down, you can't swing across Aaron Gordon like that. It was such a bad foul. And honestly, if he's still in the game, they might not win it in regulation, but that first OT. Anyways, we need to talk more about Dame because that was incredible, man. That was incredible. There's a great reaction shot of Austin Rivers when Dame missed a 3, and he was just kind of like, thank God, like he finally missed one. And I think that's where everyone was at. Also, Austin Rivers, man, so Dame ties it. I can't remember. I think this was at the end of the first overtime. Dame hits another crazy 3. It ties it up. There's like 7 seconds left. Austin Rivers sprints down and shoots the 3. Austin, that's not your shot, bro. That's not your shot. Give it a Jokic. Give it a Michael Porter Jr. I don't know. Who else was out there? I think he finishes 4th and like, I need to take that shot, right? Man. Whew. Matthew says, made my girl watch the Portland-Denver game, told her she was welcome by the end of it. That was a wild game. That was a wild game. And man, Dame is just so good. It's so good. Although I did see some wild stuff on Twitter after. I think it was Max Kellerman. I don't know how many times I need to say it, but what a terrible Max Kellerman impression also. I don't think he sounds anything like that. You would think I kind of look like a Max Kellerman vibe that I could pull that off, but I can't. It was just like, I said it before, I said it again. Dame's better than Curry. All right, let's pump the brakes. I mean, he had an incredible performance, but let's pump the brakes. Daniel says, do we know what Austin Rivers did when he was young that pissed off all of his teammates, sleep with a girlfriend or wife? My guess is that Austin Rivers just constantly thought he was better than he was and was taking shots like he did last night. And people are like, wow. Anurag says, tell me the Lakers have a chance. If AD's not 90%, I think they're in trouble. On the Nuggets side of thing, oh, hell yeah, dude. I crushed the impression. On the Nuggets side of things, Michael Porter Jr. finally showed up, 26 and 12, and then Jokic 38, 11 and 9. It's funny, Jokic's performance gets dwarfed a little bit by Dame putting up 55 and going 12 for 17 from 3, but dude, Jokic is so good. And it's so funny, man, because he kind of like saunters throughout the game and you don't realize he's having an incredible game. And then all of a sudden, like he goes to the foul line and they're like, oh, looks like Jokic now is 26, 12 and whatever. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute. He's just so good. So looking at tonight, right? We got 4 games tonight. I mean, I'm really excited about the Hawks Knicks. That's the one I'm the most excited about. But in these series, I mean, you have to know, like Nuggets, Portland, that's going 7. I still think Lakers win game 6 just because I feels like that has to go 7. And then goodbye Celtics, right? Goodbye Celtics. All right, let's go over to Weston. Weston was in early Weston. Side note, can I get a shout out 1 year anniversary over at Top Shot? Hell yeah. All right, let's go over to the Top Shot streets and see what's up. I wanted to start over in the marketplace. Let me switch my background a little bit. Let's switch the background. Here we go. And let me blow this up a little. Actually, I want to start to Own the Moment, shout it On the Moment, as we do. So let's see the gainers and losers. What about the Wizards? Sawyer, I am excited. I mean, hey, listen, Embiid's not playing, so the Wizards are alive. The Wizards are alive. Marcus Smart, top gainer. This has to be a mistake. Kawhi Leonard, Nerman Bjelica, Patty Mills, and Danilo. So we're not seeing too much. We're not seeing too much of like, I thought we'd see Dame up there, right? As like a top mover. I figured everyone would be like, okay, we need to go get that. Oh, yo, Frank, I tweeted this, a similar joke to this last night, Frank. We're on the same page. Unless you saw my tweet and you wanted me to shout it out. But I do. I say he always looks like he's getting over a cold. Or Kelsey, my fiance, said he looks like a mouth breather, which I thought was funny. And then I was like, wait, we're all mouth breathers, but still funny. Top losers, Mike Conley, MGLE. Whoa, is down to $75. Lonnie Walker, Okoro, Wiseman, and then the Luka Cool Cat all the way down to $390. Should we talk about Cool Cats? Are we ready for that conversation? Are we ready? Hold on. I want to show you. I opened my Cool Cat yesterday because I was afraid if I didn't open it, I was going to miss the perks, which we're going to get into in a second. And this will be the last time I talk about the perks. I promise. I promise. All right, let's look at the LaMelo. I can't hate too much, right? 143. We got I love you, right? The whole I love you 143. So this is good. I don't hate it, right? I don't hate the 143. We're excited about it. All right, let's talk about this quickly. I talked a little bit about it in the Discord when it happened. I thought Plunge Father did a great job on Club Top Shot talking about it a little bit. I think he shout out Plunge Father. Very sharp, very sharp. And I'm with you, Derek. The best perk of Cool Cats is we no longer need to talk about Cool Cats. I agree with you. So this is going to be it. This is going to be my in memoriam on Cool Cats. I don't think, like, first of all, super bullish on Top Shot. Clearly, I'm doing this show every day, right? Like, I'm into it. I think what Dapper's doing is really cool. I think the Top Shot team is probably a little bit overwhelmed about how much it's like blowing up and everything, but I think they're doing great stuff. I want to say all of that first. Secondly, I don't think we needed a perk. Right? I think it's important sometimes that you get an L, right? And me personally, no one forced me to do this. No one forced me to do the Cool Cats Master, but I was like, I like it. It's the only thing that's on Top Shot at the time. I just got in. I was excited to complete a challenge. I went after it, right? I guess I need to be held accountable for my financial decisions, right? So like, okay, this is where my frustration lies. And I'm going to tell a story. And some of you might have seen this in the Discord, but if you haven't, here we go. My last year working in higher education, I was working at a college, and we're coming up on the holiday break. And like the first week of December, we get an email being like, hey, guess what? Good news. Got some pretty exciting news about the holiday party. Stay tuned. Okay, now everybody's excited. Oh, are we open bar this year? Maybe it's going to be at a function hall. Maybe we're getting bonuses this year. Maybe we're getting a couple extra days off. Maybe there's no holiday party, but the party is that you don't have to go to the party. 2 weeks pass, and then all of a sudden we get a meeting invitation for a holiday brunch on a Thursday. That was the thing to get excited about. Not only is it a party, because, hey, first of all, you can't have parties in the morning at work, right? Because a holiday brunch means there's going to be a 2-hour thing cut out of my day, and then I have to go back to work for 5 hours with no alcohol involved. That's not a perk. That's not an excitement. That's not an exciting thing. However, if there was never an email that went out, if there wasn't that 2-week window where we all speculated on what the exciting thing was going to be, and then all of a sudden the day before someone's like, hey, we're having brunch tomorrow, then I'm just excited about brunch. Then I'm just excited that I get to have a brunch. This is what happened. This email invite, the brunch invite is exactly what this Cool Cats Master perk was. Like, if you didn't say anything, and after the fact we learned, hey, guess what? You get a private Discord, and for the last couple premium drops we do, you get to go. You get to just not skip the line, but you get to join the line regardless of collector score. Then everyone's like, oh, hell yeah, that's cool. What an exciting thing. Instead, we drop little breadcrumbs for the last 2 weeks being like, we like to reward collectors, so get excited. This is a big opportunity to collect. Right? That's what happened instead. And then everyone gets hard as hell being like, we're getting Lambos, baby, or we're getting into UFC, or it's coming with a holo pack. And then we build up all of this excitement just to be let down. Now, should we be held accountable for building that excitement? Sure. But you don't need to pour gasoline on it. And then to send an email out 2 hours before or whatever it was, before the contest or the challenges ended, only stirs the more. Like, what was the point of that? Were you concerned that after the challenge was over, people were going to be like, oh man, I would $1,000 if I knew I was going to get that private Discord? Like, then that all that does is show that you need to be in on these opportunities to collect. I just don't get it, man. I don't understand that email. Like, at best, it was just a bad decision. At worst, market manipulation, right? Like, how many people went out there? Like, I know Dustin and Greg reached out and they were like, oh man, if this is the UFC thing, should I ape into this last minute? Like, I have a couple, should we go into it? And I'm like, no, because they've shown us time and time again that this is probably going to feel like a letdown. And this goes back to the $16 stimmy thing, which is like, that was cool. That was really cool. But instead, we put out all these breadcrumbs again. And everyone's like, oh man, on Saturday, if you pay attention to Twitter, LeBron's going to have his shirt off with a tattoo that says Top Shot for life or Top Shot this. God, and it's just frustrating because like you believe in the and I know I'm just like popping off a little bit. Like, I get it, and whatever. I understand. I'm losing my mind a little bit. I want to go back to the beginning of this where it's like I was excited about the Cool Cats Master Challenge. I'm excited that I got the LaMelo. I don't think they owe me anything. But my frustration is like the thought process that went into that. Like saying like, oh, you get a perk. The perk's the fucking LaMelo. That's the perk. I don't need anything else. It's a master challenge. That's what we're doing. And then I don't understand the email. I don't understand the email at all. Like I got that email, screenshot that, sent it to Dustin and Greg. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Because there was nothing they could do that was going to reach expectation, right? And it's too bad. It's too bad. I would like to think that they're gonna see the people's responses to that and be like, okay, maybe we need to adjust our thought process. And I can't stress enough, I don't think they need to be giving us anything. I don't think we need to be rewarded for getting the reward. Like, we already got it. That's the reward. And I know like some people are holding bags right now and you're frustrated about that. To me, those are two different conversations though. Those are two different conversations. I don't think they need to be responding to us being frustrated that the Cool Cats tanked. Like, I mean, it's cool that they're listening to us, but the way that they were doing it is unacceptable sounds too strong of a word, but like read the room, man. Do you think anybody got that email and was like, I got to do the Cool Cats, and then they do the Cool Cats, and then they find out what the perk was, and they're like, fuck yeah. VIP Discord, baby. And the VIP Discord might be cool. Like, that might end up being cool. Maybe I'll get to see PJ Washington in there because he's a certified baller. I'm sorry, did somebody say PJ Washington? Let's get that going. Let's get that.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
All right. Good palate cleanser right there, right? I'm back. I just I don't know. I'm just so frustrated because I don't know. I don't like that they were building the hype just to disappoint people. And like, we're already dealing with enough. We don't need to add to it. You know what I mean? Patrick, Mike's tone flip 180 of PJWs in that. In the Discord. Oh man. Yeah, Dan, whenever Mike goes off, remember to say PJ in the chat to calm him down. I got to tell you, I'd been thinking about it all night. And I was like, I need to make sure I get up early so I'm ready to pop off in the right way. But I don't know. I mean, I'm still super high on it. I just like, I don't know. Just it felt like a misstep, and I think sometimes like we're obviously going to have mistakes. Like that's going to happen. There's no platform, no person is perfect. But you got to learn from your mistakes, and they've done this like 3 or 4 times now. Come on, guys. All right, let's should we dive back into the marketplace? Like what do we need to talk about here? I think are we at the point where we're going to start buying now? Like is that where we're at here? Let's go. We're going to add Toppy Shop back to the stream. Yeah, back at it again. Here we are. We're back at it again. But yeah, if you guys have questions, I feel like we had like 1 monumental game and like 2 very disappointing games, so we don't have like as much to talk about. Oh yeah, Yachty, Aaron, like the stream, baby. Get in there, like the stream. Yachty says, "What will it take for you not to be super high on Top Shot?" Dude, I don't know, man. It's not going to be that though. It's not going to be smaller decisions like that. And I don't want to make light of that decision of what they did, but like, I don't want to. I mean, I still like the functionality of it all. I love it, right? I love it. Randa Run, skipping the morning meeting at work for this morning meeting. Hell yeah, hell yeah! If I can replace morning meetings, I'm down for it. Dick Chuck, get the fuck no, Dick Chuck, no Dick Chuck. Yeah, should we talk? So I guess we should actually talk about the perk though, right? We should actually talk about it. So we get access to all of the last like premium drops that we've got coming, regardless of collector score. One thing that did do is I'm moving off some of my stuff that boost my collector score to try to build up a dapper balance to scoop some other stuff that I'm looking at. So I think one interesting thing to speculate a little bit is do we think the collector score is going to be like 4,000 or 5,000 now? Because I know Greg Murray put out some statistics, right? That was like right now, if the collector score was, I'm going to mess up the numbers, so bear with me. But if it was like 1,000, like 80 or 90% of the Cool Cats completions qualify already. If it was like 4,000, still 40% qualify. So I am curious, like, what is that going to look like? What's that number going to look like? And I'm all like, because then is that really going to limit? Is it really going to limit who signs up? I don't know. You guys are wilding out. Dan says still waiting for the postseason to see the floor. Yeah, I know, right? I think Peter Jennings brought this up last night in Club Top Shop, though. Do we think that like everyone's waiting for the playoff boom? We're not seeing the playoff boom. So are people who were like waiting to sell now just selling? And does that mean we're the off season where everyone thinks it's going to fall? Does that mean it's going to rise there? I don't know. That's a fun thing to speculate on. Joseph says, do you think the sentiment is so negative around Top Shot that it just can't come back? No, I don't think so. I don't think we're at that point. I mean, there's still 108 people watching this right now. So like if you're still starting your day with this, unless you like me more than Top Shot. But I don't think that's the case. I just think it's growing pains. People are frustrated, rightfully so too. I don't think people are being, it sucks to lose money and to see account valuations go down. So but I don't think it's at a point where we can't come back from it. And I mean, because it's so early, like they're using us to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So we're kind of like the little hamsters or I don't know, what's a test animal? Rat? Are we a rat? A mouse? I don't know. Whatever animal makes you feel okay. Yeah, I think that's what we are right now. And so that way, when they do grow, fingers crossed, when they do grow, that means more people are gonna like that stuff is worked out. You know what I mean? So is this real? Or are you just fucking with me, Matthew? I'm sorry, guys. Look, multiple F-bombs this morning. Yeah, E-Pointy, who are we kidding? The collector score requirement is gonna be something like 440. Oh, I love it. Yeah, let's get those likes up. Ruben, aren't a mouse and a rat the same thing? Ruben, apparently you haven't lived in New York, my friend, because I will take a mouse any day over a rat. Any day. Ooh, Stan loves when I can recover my investment, I'm out. Is that real, Stan? You're not going to leave anything Anything to mess around with? Because I'm surprised by that, only because you're in here every day. So that's where you're at, huh? All right. I swear to God, if you are messing with me, I need to see something here. Somebody, oh yes. Let's go. Matthew Loftus. I thought you were trying to get me to start swearing again. But Boston Celtics president of basketball operations, Danny fucking Ainge, is seriously considering his future with the franchise and could make a decision to step down, sources say. Wow. That's good I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Actually, I can. I said this like an hour ago, right? Or 30 minutes ago, whenever we started. Robert Morris, in 1985, Apple fired Steve Jobs and they weren't looking good. Customer sentiment was at a low. Things turned around pretty good as they focused on the consumer. We have evidence that Roham is doing that. Robert, I don't know if you sound like that. I don't know if you found that appealing or upsetting, but that's what we're working with today. Stan, what could happen? All right, I can't tell if you're messing with me. I just what could happen then to like bring you back? That's what I'm curious about. Like you're that upset, so you're just like waiting. You're gonna grind out, and I'm not hating on this. This is where you're at. That's fine. But like, so you're grinding this out until you can get back to even, and then deuces, right? Is there anything they could do to win you back, or? And I don't want to get inside the old Stan Love's brain, but is this just because your money's way down and that if you start booming, all of a sudden rock hard again for it? Nicholas says, I do believe that once Series 2 is done, there will be some improved feelings about Top Shot. Long games that NFTs are not going away. Crypto is not going away. Yeah, I hear that. Can you guys hear that? Like it sounds like some serious hammering out there. Give Stan some perks. Yeah, so you lost faith in the team. I get it. Stan is out because the heat are out. Damn, sorry, too soon. Yeah, listen, this is, I love PJ Washington, but we need a Stan Love's drop now. My goal in the morning marketplace is to win Stan back, because if Stan goes, I go. Someone get hammered. Drilling in the morning, hammering in the early morning. I mean, drilling in the early morning. Now we're getting hammering. Oh man, I have utmost faith despite being down. This is a 2 to 3 year play, not a 6 month one. Yeah, sounds like a story. It does sound like a story. We're in a story, bruvs. Yeah, I'm with you though. I think it's okay to feel frustrated. I think it is okay to feel frustrated. I mean, I feel frustrated clearly, right? I yelled for like 8 minutes today. Do we think that segment gets cut out and posted on Twitter? Does Greg do that? And then all of a sudden I become like the Antichrist of Top Shot. I don't want that. I love Top Shot. I do. I really enjoy it. Bruvs grew up in Queens. Hell yeah. Patrick says, told my friend about the first inning comparison, and he said, why is the basketball marketplace using baseline? That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. This is the first 4-minute timeout in a college basketball game. We're at the 16-minute mark of the 4-minute of the first half. Weston says, I feel like buying season isn't until the offseason. Thoughts? Could it really be now? Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've talked about this publicly and privately. I'm refreshing stuff 4 or 5 times a day I'm almost hesitant to say which moments they are now, because I don't want anyone else scooping them, because they are getting low. But there are some Series 1 Top Shot debut stuff, and I've said this before, that I thought I was getting completely priced out at. And now it's like coming back to a point where it's attainable. Holy shit, it is so loud out here. I am losing concentration. I'm going to take my perks out on my neighbors soon. But anyways, I'm sorry, guys. That was very distracting. Yeah, here we go, Derek. We're in the layup line right now. We are in the layup line. Sitting on the bench currently, Top Shot is missing the boat right now. They're going to be 2 to 3 weeks behind on everything throughout the playoffs, going into a long off season, if you ask me. Yeah, I'm monitoring it. I think and I've said this a bunch of times, but once it hits a price point that I'm comfortable with, I'm still going to monitor it. And then if I see it start going north, then I'm just going to go after it. But while it's still going down, I'm just going to keep watching it because some people are. This is the stuff that I'm looking at is a lot of money to me, anyways. It's a lot of money to me, and if I can save a couple hundred on it, I want to save a couple hundred on it. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of where I'm at. 5 words, run it back, Michael Jordan. Man, I hope so. Source says, I just don't know how much further prices can come down between now and the offseason. That's true, but I would have said, if you told me the Zion Top Shot debut that was going for like $8K is now going for $1,800 or whatever it is, then I don't know. I feel like it continued to come down. But who knows, man? Who knows? I know. I don't know why I did that voice. Everybody knows you and have heard your voice. So to do that kind of impression was pretty bad. Jason says, many people do not know something like this exists and we're still in beta. Not trying to set myself for failure, but still optimistic. Once more people know this exists, there'll probably be another boom. And who knows, right? We might not see another boom like we saw in February. Like, I'm sure there's some like middle ground between where we're at now and where we're at now and where we were at in February, I think. William says all moments going LE at the end of Series 2 could cause a mini buying spree. It was all the 15Ks going LE that caused the mid-February peak. Maybe, but they also did LE some 35Ks, and we didn't really see the same boost, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know. Ryan says, I don't think any more pack drops prior to the next season rebound the existing moments. People will just go for the new stuff. That's interesting. Although I do think Series 1 is different. I do think the Series 1 Top Shot debut is different. Or at least they are in my head. And I might be wrong, though. I might be wrong about my entire thesis might be incorrect. Keep assuming what these chats sound like. The voices are killing me. No, Adam, I don't think you sound like that. I saw this chat and decided that's what I was doing. We found the floor. Now the higher end stuff will be the next to fall back in further line. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. That's what I'm looking at. That's not like, Zion and Jokic and Luka. Like those debuts are the ones that I'm looking at. Derek says, what if the offseason is filled with more player involvement, bigger names, legends, and creates a buildup in the next season? Add in some more utility. Could be the perfect storm. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Who knows, man? Who knows? It all is speculative at this point, right? Yeah, bro says high-end moments are still way too high. Not enough buyers. I love your crowd work. TMS, thoughts on the bubble moments? Will they hold value? That's what Dustin says, right? Like the further we get away from the bubble, I think the more value those will have, right? Because that's where a lot of the bubble is all we know. Like that's a lot of the Series 1 stuff. And, as we start to get more moments with like full packed crowds, that's going to be more of the norm versus what the bubble was, right? But yeah. Yeah, the floor actually went back up from $2 to $3. The bottom has come up a bit recently. That has. Oh man, I don't know if I can do this, Robert. I don't know if I can do it without practicing. And that's why I don't even want to share your comment yet. I got to practice that first, man. I'm sorry. We're just at the point when people just looked at their money and just simply didn't want to pay these old boom prices. Consumers just didn't want to spend that kind of money on this hobby. Yeah, I'm with you. All right, here we go. If only Series 1 Top Shot debut had value, I'm fucked. No, I don't think that's true. I don't think only Series 1 Top Shot debuts have value. I think to me that has like the safest value and also the highest upside, I think. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Is there like, I don't know, let's play a game. Let's go over to the marketplace. Let's filter. I want to look at like best things under $1,000 right now, right? Because we did this a long time ago, and a best thing under $1,000 was like a Robin Lopez or some bullshit like that. And now we're at a different place, right? We're at a different place now. Yeah, the we're still in beta crew is a cult at this point. I know. I'm glad I'm leading it. You know what I mean? I've always wanted to be a David Koresh type. JC Reviews. If you're looking for a boom to offload your moments to other users, that's not coming. But I think through things like the game and VR adoption will be what brings organic growth slowly. I honestly am having fun. Mike, why you make that voice when you read my comment? LOL. Do I even look like I sound like that, dude? Nobody does. No one looks like the voices that I'm doing. I'm not. This is me just going through my Rolodex. I promise. I really, Robert, I don't know if I can do. I need to work myself into a British accent. I think superstars will always carry value, top shot debuts, and top rookies regardless of season. Yeah, I agree with you. London Ag. I just don't know if I can do it, Robert. Oh man, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna slip into Australian and then German. Like I think that's what's gonna happen. When do we get the Kool-Aid, John Weingart? Wait, are these voices supposed to sound different? Portuguese? Where I grew up in like a very Portuguese heavy community. I really don't think I can do the British accent, guys. I really don't. And I don't want to upset like Jamie and Tom from Top Shot Sonics. You know what I mean? Mike, you know what I mean? I can't even do it. There needs to be like as many personalities. A British dude is not one. Dude, you're right. I could probably slip an Australian faster than I could do that. This is my, no, Satoshi. No, we don't do, I'm not even going to read that out loud, Satoshi. We don't no. All right, I said I was going to do this and then I didn't do it. I feel like this is going to be the thing. And Robert is really fucking with me this morning. We're not doing it. All right, let's look at this, right? For anything under 1,000, I feel like we're going to see a lot of like shitty hollows. And so I'm kind of not interested in those. But here, dude, Bradley Beal hollow is under 1,000 now. Matisse Thybulle rookie debut, which was a reward. Actually, you know what though? Let's look at things that aren't rare. Let's just look at commons because I think that is interesting. I think that's interesting. All right. So Kawhi, you can get a Kawhi Series 1. Oh, look at this cool cat right here. Still holding strong at 900, baby. Yeah, don't list your cool cat. If you have the LaMelo, don't list it. But this Vince Carter moment, right? This Vince Carter moment that we thought we could never sniff again is 850 right now. LeBron James Series 1, 840. Remember when that three-pointer was going for 2K? You can now get a Series 1 for 840. Kyrie Irving Top Shot debut. You know, Dame's Top Shot debut has actually gone up a little bit since that performance, right? So this was down in the 500s at one point. Now 722. Kawhi Top Shot debut. Jokic Top Shot debut. LaMelo's this actually rebounded a little bit. Now it's 600. That's kind of nice to see. Russ's Top Shot debut, 575. Tatum's debut, 610. Like, and that's it. Wait, no, that can't be it. Do I have, why did that stop? Okay, now it's loading more moments. Chris Paul's Top Shot debut, Donovan Mitchell, Michael Porter Jr., AD. Like, these are all moments that were just kind of like wildly out of range that are now like kind of back in play. Yeah. Bigger controversy from this morning's marketplace, Mike's rant or Mike's voices. I hope that wasn't the voices should be a controversy. I hope that wasn't like, I don't even think, was my rant a hot take? Like, I feel like that's just, I don't know. The rant using the voices would have been gold. Jared Gold. Bradley is disrespected. I don't think I could do a Dunbar impression. That's pretty good. I don't know. I hope those Top Shot Sonics didn't sell their Zion to complete the Cool Cat Master. I don't think they did. I hope, Jamie, if you're in the chat, man, did you? Or you just a plum wheel buzzer and it'll put you straight into British mode. That's true. Man, shout out Top Shot Sonics. If you guys haven't checked them out, I really enjoy their stuff. You should go. They do like a weekly podcast. Go find their YouTube channel. It's really good. When PJ Cool Cat giveaway. I can't give them away. I can't give away the PJ Cool Cats. You guys remember when I gave away I think I bought it for 150, the PJ Cool Cat, to give it away as we were getting new users, and then gave it away. I think it was like at $600 when we gave it away. And then I gave him one for like $50. Remember, I gave it to PJ. Brits are always entertaining on accent alone. I agree. That's like, it's just a soothing voice. was listening to, I don't know if you guys are fans of Mayor of Easttown, but was listening to a podcast with Kate Winslet after the series ended. And I just forget that she's British. Wild times. Shout out Philadelphia. Hell yeah. Liam confirms Jamie didn't sell a Zion. Thank God. Thank God. Oh, that's right, Stan. I forgot. You owe me something, right? Yeah. Hey, let's do it Friday. We're going to do that PJ Friday. Weston, I see your comment. I'm going to just share it in the chat because it's just my last name. It's Zakarian, but I'll share it in the chat if you want to go judge me based on my account. Mike, you can use that JJ for a giveaway. Yeah, well, we'll do giveaways for Friday's show. We'll do a JJ Redick Top Shot debut. We'll do a bunch of stuff. Bruv says, great show, terrible title. You hate the marketplace? You hate the morning marketplace? What was the title? Did I do goodbye to the cats? It's Dame time? You didn't like that? Donovan Mitchell 1000 going for $299. Let me pull this back up. Let's pull up the Mitchell. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. That Devin Booker's under 500 now, man. All right, let's look at Donovan Mitchell. I want to see what that for $299. That's not his Top Shot debut, is it? No, it's not. I mean, out of 1,000 is pretty nice, man. Oh, it's this one right here. Oh, it's the He Got Game. So it's the He Got Game versus the base. Yeah, I don't hate that because it's out of 1,000. Yeah, I don't hate that. Nicholas. Mike can't give away his cats. He will lose the master key to the door with no lock. You're absolutely right. Effett says, in terms, I always read this as Effett. And maybe that's intentional and it makes me laugh. And if it doesn't, I'm sorry, but it still makes me laugh. In terms of value, before every purchase on Top Shot, I remind myself that I can buy a Scottie Pippen card for less than $10 on eBay. Oh man. Yeah, dude. Dame was unreal last night. Let's actually pull up some Dame moments. He really was. He's just so fun to watch. He's so fun to root for. I just love everything. Oh, I searched Damian Jones. That is not a good buy. Damian Jones is not a good buy. I feel comfortable saying that. All right, let's go. Dude, is that car moment $9? $9 for that car moment. His handle is 13. I just like that we can get Dame cheap. I like especially how many of you guys are playing the moment ranks DFS stuff out there? Your boy's on a 35-5 run the last 4 days. But that's been a lot of fun. I do think that's helped the floor a little bit too, right? That has helped the floor. I like that people are just I feel like, Luis, you've done this. A bunch of people too. They just like candy and MLB. Not even a question. Not even saying do we need to talk about it? Yeah, we're going to talk about that tonight, which is a nice opportunity to plug. We're going to do a Top Shot Take Show tonight at 8:30 Eastern with the whole gang. And we'll talk a little bit about everything. And I know Greg's going to be so hard for it. So, yeah, moment ranks though has been a blast, man. It's such a simple way to see some utility with our moments. And I think that's been a lot of fun. But I've really enjoyed it. And I'm excited to see what that's going to look like moving forward, right? Because they're going to have the whole offseason to tinker with it. I'm very excited to see it. And it's just been a fun sweat. It's been a fun sweat with your moments. Ooh, Bruvs with a comment here. Does Dame make his teammates better? Yeah, I mean, I understand saying that after last night's performance. Oh my God, Weston, what are you doing, Weston? You sending me nice things? Yeah, I understand saying that. I'm not blaming Dame for Robert Covington. You know what I mean? I'm not blaming Dame for that. I think Dame does exude a confidence that rises the floor of all of his teammates, where he's just kind of yo, we got this. We got this. So I'm not of the camp of Dame doesn't make people better. You saw, dude, CJ's excelled next to Dame. I know he had a tough game last night, but he's excelled. So I'm not poo-pooing Dame is what I'm saying. Oh man, Weston, dude, listen, I'm not saying everyone should do this. Send a series 1 common first moment. Thank you for all your takes. Look at that. Darius Garland. Come on. That was very kind of you, sir. I was actually looking at that the other day because I don't have a Garland, and I just want to keep collecting debuts. So thank you very much, Weston. That was very kind. Very kind. Dan says, I'm going to miss moment ranks after the playoffs, hoping early access to hardcourt to keep me occupied. I know. It really has been such a cool thing. And if you guys haven't, you can see in our show notes, right? I have a Substack that you can follow I write a couple of things a week. That's just fun. It's just like fun basketball takes, not really about Top Shot, but we just laugh a little bit. But we also started a Patreon, not for it's not like crazy money or anything, but we started one where we do daily content around moment ranks, DraftKings, and daily and FanDuel. And it's like a 30-minute video every day. So if that's something you're into, if you've been like really digging the moment rank stuff, it just kind of goes into lineup construction and a lot of stuff like that. It's been pretty cool. So if that's something you're into, FanDuel said they may implement moment rank style GPP next season. That's pretty cool. That is kind of cool, where it's like not salary based, which I guess they no, it's all salary based. Design mind. Yeah, dude, no, that's a drive-by on LeBron. I don't think anybody can make Andre Drummond better. That's the problem. That's the real problem. But bros, please bust Greg's balls tonight about the Topps NFT dumpster fire. So boring. Yeah, dude, I am really interested to see what happens with this now that Gary V and who else came together with Candy, right? I wonder what that's going to look like. Although I did think it was kind of funny that their first moment is like the Lou Gehrig send-off, which I know is like an iconic baseball moment. But it feels like, and I don't know, do you guys think they chose that moment itself to garner interest from like old time baseball fans? But I think the thing about NFTs is that it's attractive to like the younger generation, right? Younger people. And the thing that's missing from baseball is the younger generation, right? And so this is an opportunity to like merge the two together and then to pick something that happened 100 years ago. Just seemed like, not 100 years ago, but I was surprised by that. I was surprised by that move, I guess is what I'm saying. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about that tonight for sure. But yeah, that moment is just going for a shit ton of money, which will attract people. Okay. Yeah. Remember my hot take, the Lakers are in trouble after game one. They look like Dallas post game two. That Dallas series, man, that flipped on its head, huh? I'm hoping he's healthy. I'm hoping Luka's healthy because I want like a real series. I don't want the Clippers to, I just hate the Clippers, man. Hopefully we get Merce on tonight to talk some clip talk. He must be feeling a little bit better now. Yeah, I'm with you, Philadelphia. That was like a very baseball-y move where I'm just like, come on, guys. This is an opportunity, man. Give me Fernando Tatis just staring down a home run, a game-tying ninth inning home run. Like, come on. Yeah, Aaron, I'm with you. Speaking of which, dude, that's tomorrow. We got another drop. But I hope the baseball NFTs are short vids like Top Shot instead of documentaries the WPT releases. I'm with you. The WPT ones are 4 minutes long. But seriously, how cool would that be, man? If that Tatis home run from like 2 weeks ago when they were down 3 in the top of the ninth or bottom of the ninth, and he just hits a monster home run and just stares at it, like, I'd be more excited about that than like the Lou Gehrig stuff. But yeah, JC says Luke is playing hurt. I think they lose this game, win 6 and 7. Wow. You think, wow, that'd be cool. That would be cool. I hope it goes 7. I really think the Clippers in 7 now is what happens. I wonder if they just go Clip win tonight, Mavs tomorrow. To me, this might as well be game 7 for the Mavericks tonight. They got to win this one. I don't think I see them winning 2 in a row. Although they've done it before. I don't see it happening. All right. Hey, listen, I'll hang for a few more minutes. If you guys have questions, I'm down to do that. But just, a reminder, follow us on Twitter, join the Discord. You can see all of our information in our show notes. Our Discord's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it in there. So if you guys aren't in there, come hang. It also reminded me, I'm actually going to drop a link in the chat because I think I need to update the link that's in the show notes. So let me throw it in there. Rocket Silas Era says, what price are you comfortable with the Zion? Let's throw that up there again. Let's look at where it's at right now. Now, I'll be honest. I've been moving off some moments myself. I've been moving off to accumulate a dapper balance that is now at a healthy point. And my goal this offseason is to try to collect as many of the. I would like a handful, not a handful, but right. We have the Zion, Luka, Ja, and Jokic. I would like, and Vince Carter. Those are like my 5. I was gonna say Mount Rushmore, but that's like a 5th person, right? Mount Rushmore +1. And I financially, I can't. I mean, unless I sell off some more stuff, I can't scoop all of these, obviously. But I am at a point right now where I want to try to get one of these soon. I also want to try to get a holo pack, and then depending on what holo I get, flip the holo and the MGLEs to then be able to make a little bit of money and afford a few more of these. But right, this is at 1788. I don't know. I mean, it's been fluttering between like 1699 and 1900 for the last like 4 or 5 days. So I'm just going to keep paying attention. I'm going to keep paying attention to it. And I think if that dips below 1500, that's probably when I snipe it. I think would be my guess. Like I'm trying to see if that can get below 1500. Because I'm at the point right now where I get enough Dapper that I could get that and still line up for a holo pack. And that's kind of my goal right now, is before the holo drop to scoop one of the moments that I'm looking at while still having enough in there to try to get a holo. I think that's where I'm at. Rocket. Derek says, can't wait till the NFL jumps into the NFT space with a set dedication to Autogram. That's funny, Derek. I am excited to see the NFT stuff hit the NFL. I think ultimately that hurts Top Shot initially and then eventually rises it, especially if it's all done within Dapper. I think that's what's exciting. Like if you can use your Dapper, like if you could sell a Top Shot moment to then scoop an NFL moment and vice versa, I think that would be pretty cool. What else we got? Yeah, Martin says moment rank's going to be real interesting when there's less teams to pick from here soon. I know, which makes it kind of fun. Like for head to heads, it's a little bit easier where it's just like, okay, I'm picking these moment. But then it goes back to like, if you only own a Harden block, do you go out and buy a Harden assist? Which I think is like good for the floor of Top Shot, which is exciting. Liam says Clips have stepped up defensively, seem to be in control now. I know if Luka's hurt, they just don't have a chance. You need Luka at 110% for them to have a shot. And Jason says, when's the holo drop? I don't know. We might get a premium drop this week. We might not. Who knows? I'm done listening to I don't want to go back into my rant. I'm just going to wait till it shows up on the page. Rockets is planning to scoop up an RJ. Let's look. What's that RJ down to now? I saw it was at like 400 at one point, right? Saw it was at 400, and that is down to 343. Wow. Yeah, that's going to be on my list too. I like RJ Barrett as a player. I'm not as high as on him as the other guys, but as a 4-badge moment on the site, that is pretty nice. Wow, his rising star down to 79. I feel like I spent 400 on that. Wow. Whew, that's why you look at the moments you want, not the moments you got. Thoughts on Randall? Man, that Randall dude, that Randall is so tough. I still am high on him. He's going to be in an interesting spot in the offseason, right? Because I think the team has an option. And so does the team pick up the option for like 20 million or whatever it is, or do they give him a max deal? And I could see there being a lot of conversation around him not getting an extension or a new deal with the Knicks, of being like, oh, they don't believe in him. They're going to move off him next year. And if that happens, I think I could see some like negative impact on the market. However, if they do just like lock him down and the Knicks are going to have Randall for the next 4 years, I like it. But I said this at the beginning of the series, the Hawks are winning this series, and we've already seen, like, let me pull up Randall's price again. I think that goes down before it goes back up, but I like it, man. Julius Randle was incredible this year. Most improved player. It's down to 2. No, that's the early adopter. I'm sorry. Holy shit. His series 1 moment is under $100. It's $93. God, Sawyer must be doing lines of coke right now, but under $100 for that. Wow. Yeah. Design Mind says, who's the face of the Knicks franchise? No, you're right. I think it should be Randall. I can just see, Knicks are, James Dolan's dumb, right? And if you like, Randall's performance in the playoffs has been really, really bad. And, the Knicks are known for making dumb moves. So I could see them panicking about this and being like, we're not going to give him the money. And so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm bullish on Randall. I like Julius Randle a lot. He's a lot of fun. Noah asked if I invest in flow tokens. I don't. I'm over in America, and I don't think I can do that. But yeah, that's where I'm at with Randall. I really like him. I hope the Knicks extend him, and I hope they just go get a point guard. I hope they go. Oh my God, can you imagine Jay Worley if they went and got Drummond? That would be a Knicks move. How come people with personal license plates never pan out behind a minivan that says "Sexy Ma"? Adam, where did this come from? Well, I need clarification. That was funny. Doing lines of coke regardless. Excellent point, Paulie. Excellent point. Do you think Top Shot will drop the minimum sell price under $1? No, I don't think so. I don't think we see that. Julius tangible legendary series 2 is more than the series 1 first moment buying now. Yeah, I'm with you, man. That's too low. I already got a Randall, but Randall feels like a moment I might stack. Here's the question though. Do you think Randall's ceiling is higher than it is right now? Like, can he go up another level? Because then if we say no, right? If we say no, that means we need, I feel like I'm having deja vu, like I had this conversation before. If we say no, that this is his ceiling, he can't go any higher, that means the Knicks are reliant on bringing in either another super, well, yeah, they have to bring in another star. So then his success is tied to somebody else, which I guess you can make the argument for anyone like that, right? Because that you can make that same argument for Dame. So maybe not. If this is his ceiling, I don't know. I'm hoping his ceiling is higher than this. All right, y'all. I think we're gonna wrap there. I just want to say shout out to you all for being here. You got the chat is why this is fun every day. We love doing this. Remember, Top Shot takes us back tonight at 8:30. Join the Discord. Please. Hey, I'm going to put a link into the Substack right now. If you guys haven't signed up, please sign up. It's free. I just write stuff a couple times a week, and it's kind of goofy and fun. I'm going to share the most recent one, but I would appreciate if you guys sign up for this, because if it makes my heart feel good when the numbers are high, you know what I'm saying? So please just take a second and jump in there. But we're back. We're back again tonight. Obviously, Morning Marketplace is here all day. Thanks for hanging with that rant. Please don't cancel me for the rant from the Top Shot space. We love being here. And then here we go. DFS Queenie says, this season is the best year tried to use to get another superstar for the Knicks. I'm with you. They need one more piece. All right, y'all. Speaking of peace, let's get PJ Washington, get out of here. And then get out of here. Martin, I hope you're still with us, baby. Hope you still saw that, Martin.
PJ Washington.